Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm the City Witch. I'm just going to be doing a little video today on karma. I get asked an awful lot in my practice about karma, particularly when clients are trying to book my services, but I do get a lot of young witches new to the craft who ask for my opinion on karma and if they will receive bad karma because they're considering casting a certain spell. From a client's perspective, they are asking to book a spell, and when we're in the consultation phase, they may turn around and say, will I get bad karma or misfortune or bad luck if I have this spell done? Will it affect me only, or will it affect you as the caster? You know, so these are very, very good questions, but mostly I find they come from a point of view where people don't actually understand what karma is. So I just want to do a little video on karma today, just to explain a few things to you, and then ask the public with this video a few questions to get your mind thinking a little bit, so you can decide whether karma is something that you believe in or not. So first of all, karma is a Sanskrit word that means action, and it refers to the cycles of cause and effect. That is an important concept in Eastern religions, in particular Buddhism and Hinduism, so it's really big in those two. However, it has crossed over in the years in lots and lots of other religions, including witchcraft, but it isn't an original concept in witchcraft. In fact, it's not even an original concept in Western mythology or culture. It's not something we ever really believed in. It's something that we've taken from Buddhism and Hinduism and, you know, Eastern religions, and we've sort of ran wild with the concept of karma and not really actually understood fully what it's supposed to be. So karma refers to action and the consequences of your actions. It doesn't just apply to witchcraft, guys. So if you are, as an example, you drop litter on the floor, you see you drop litter, can't be asked picking it up, bad karma. You're choosing to litter at that point. You're making a bad choice because you know you should pick it up, you know it's going to harm the environment, and you know it's going to, you know, make the area where it's been dropped look disgusting and, you know, littery and dirty, but you're still choosing to leave it there. Bad karma. End of. It's just as simple as that. Every action in life has a consequence, and if you believe in karma, it does accumulate good or bad karma based on your actions. So if you're littering, we know littering is bad, equals bad karma. If you are graffitiing a wall with something ridiculous and it's not a piece of art, you've not been commissioned to do it, bad karma. If you start damaging a flower bed, stomping on someone's flowers that they painstakingly grown, bad karma. If you turn around and tell your friend that she's been an utter bitch for no reason, bad karma. If you are telling your friend she looks good in that outfit, but you secretly inside are going, oh my God, she looks ridiculous, bad karma, because you didn't tell the truth. If you decide, magically speaking, that you want to hex your ex because they dumped your ass and now they're dating someone else, bad karma. If you choose to do that, it's bad karma, guys. I'm just being blunt with you, it's bad karma. And the reason it's bad karma is because you're doing it from a selfish perspective, just because they've moved on. First of all, they broke up with you first, before they moved on. They did the right thing. Okay, they may not have done it in the right way, because let's face it, some people are lazy, they do it over text messages or, you know, through a fight you break up. So that could be the bit that's negative. But if you're choosing to go out your way to punish them or hurt them and do something to the extreme of a hex or a curse just because they broke up with you, then yes, that's bad karma. That equals bad karma, guys. And also, you're not just affecting your ex, you're affecting their new partner who is in their life, because hexes and curses can travel and affect the people around the target you cast them on. So, you know, it's something you need to consider. If there's children involved, it can affect them as well. Every time you do an action or you make a choice, there is an equal and opposite reaction, and it equals good or bad karma depending on your choice. If you're a good person and you go away and you focus on yourself after a traumatic experience, good karma, because you're choosing to go within, you're choosing to heal, and you're choosing to focus on yourself. If you tell your friend honestly their outfit looks crap on them, don't buy it, you know, I don't like it, good karma, because you're telling the truth. They can still buy it, they can still wear it, but you've told them the truth, you didn't lie to them, so that's good karma. If you drop that piece of litter and you turn back and go, oh, was that me, and you pick it up, good karma. Even if it wasn't your piece of litter and you pick it up, good karma. You know, this is kind of how it works. It's every area of life, guys, not just one area. It doesn't just apply to magic and spells. So karma itself, we know, is based on our actions and our choices in life. And if we make a good choice or we do a good action, we know we get good karma. And counter to that, if we make a bad choice or we do something wrong, we know we get bad karma. So therefore, karma is a scale, right? Karma is a scale, and we're trying to balance that scale. We want the good karma to either be higher or we want it to be balanced, basically. But karma doesn't affect you in this lifetime. Not the karma you're accumulating now anyway. So when you look up karma, you will get stories about it, and they all kind of come down to the same thing, which is that in life you're accumulating good and bad karma, and upon your deathbed, so when you die, that karma is weighed up, and you are then given experiences and challenges and obstacles in your next life based off of how you were in this lifetime. So if you're a little shit in this lifetime, then your next lifetime is probably going to be worse. It's not going to be better. You're not going to be rewarded for being a dick, let's face it. If you are a good person though, chances are you are going to have a better life. You're going to be given challenges that help you grow, that elevate you, that make sense to your path and your spirituality. Now, I'm not saying you won't have any difficulties in your next life whatsoever. I mean, you could be the Dalai Lama himself, utter perfection, and you could be the most positive person in the world, but your next life doesn't guarantee that you're going to be having all these great experiences. It doesn't mean you're going to be wealthy and rich and want for nothing, and not have any diseases or problems. That's not how life works. The universe gives us challenges in order to shape us from a rough rock into a diamond, and it's trying to perfect us ready for our elevation to a different plane of existence. The only way you can elevate and you can rise is through overcoming these challenges and obstacles in a positive manner, meaning you accumulating good karma as you overcome this challenge. And when you're faced with something, you don't deal with it in a negative way. You choose to take the higher road and deal with it in a positive way. Now, we all make mistakes, and we all do little things through laziness or exhaustion that we know is bad. And I'm not saying every little thing in life, karma's going to judge you. It's not some creature waiting in the corner to go, oh, you dropped a piece of litter. It's not like that, guys. Every little mistake you make, you can balance the scales. You have plenty of time. You have your whole life ahead of you to correct this and make alterations to your life. So that scale can be balanced again, okay? So don't panic because you make one bad mistake. Don't panic because you cast a spell that is morally wrong. It doesn't mean that you're automatically going to be punished in the next lifetime. And another thing is, it's not a punish and reward system, guys. It's more a case of the universe balances itself out, and you're given challenges to overcome for a reason. But if you choose to tackle them in a negative way, then instead of elevating yourself as a soul, you degrade a little bit and you go backwards, okay? Meaning that you'll be given harder challenges, maybe the same challenges you've had before from previous lifetimes, and you'll keep being given them over and over, never rising or getting past them until you learn what you're doing wrong. And once you learn that lesson, once you do it in a positive way, overcome it in a positive way, that is when you will start to see transformations, okay? So the scale is balanced upon your deathbed, and then your next life is not dictated or written for you, but challenges are kind of karmically prepared for your next life. Now, in this lifetime, it's possible for you to be experiencing bad karma from a previous life because you did something wrong. So in order to correct that and work on that, you need to do some shadow work. You also need to do some past life regression, past life recall, and you also need to do some soul retrieval work. Now, soul retrieval is pieces of your soul, your life, who you are, your essence, that's been left behind, that was damaged through trauma or bad experiences in a previous life. By going back and collecting those pieces, it helps you gain clarity and understanding as to why you have a certain behaviour or trauma or fear in this lifetime, and then you can work on that. Working on it means you're working through your shadow self, and it also means you're choosing to grow as a person, and you're creating good, positive karma because you're overcoming that challenge, you're understanding these flaws in your personality, and you are trying to overcome the obstacles that are blocking your way. And then once you overcome that obstacle and you get past it, good things start to happen, which is kind of like a reward, but not. It's more like attracts life. So as you focus on life positively, the law of attraction comes into play, and you start attracting more positive things in your life because you're thinking positively, you're working positively, and you're creating positive karma. But overall, what you need to remember is when you're asking a witch to do a spell for you, or you're considering casting a spell for yourself, and you're asking yourself, am I going to get bad karma as a result of this? Really, it's going to come down to a couple of things. First of all, do you believe in karma? Is it part of your spirituality? If it's something you've never considered for, then why are you worried about karma now? If you never apply karma to any other area of your life, because as explained, it's not just about witchcraft, it's every area of your life, then really karma isn't part of your belief system and not something you should be worried about. We're never going to know if karma's real or not until we actually die. And then we go, oh shit, one way or the other. Yes, it's real. Or, oh no, it's not, so I didn't have to worry. You're not going to know until you die. I personally do believe in karma, so therefore I am more careful in my choices. I do try to be a good person. I don't fling around negative magic or cast spells and curses at a drop of a hat. I do really think about my actions and choices. I do try to be a good person. I don't litter, I do recycle. You know, I've got a moral compass, and I've refined my morals over the years of what I think makes me a good person and what's going to help me spiritually and karmically in life. Each person has a different moral compass. You know, some people don't think twice about casting curses, and there's no judgment from me, guys. I've said on plenty of videos, you do you, whatever is right for you. You've got to decide what you feel is right and wrong. But also, we know logically some things are wrong. You know, we know it's wrong to thump our friend for no reason. We know it's wrong to lie to them. We know it's wrong to cheat and steal and manipulate. We know these things logically are wrong. So if you're doing those, then you are creating bad karma if you believe in karma. If you don't believe in karma, then don't worry about whether a spell is going to create bad karma or not. It's not part of your religion, it's not part of your life, it's not part of your belief system, so why worry about it? But if it is something you worry about, it doesn't just apply to magic, it applies to everything, as we've discussed. So if you're asking yourself, am I going to get bad karma if I do this spell or have this spell cast? Chances are the spell you're considering is affecting your moral compass, and morally you're going, oh, I don't like this, which probably means you shouldn't be doing it. So don't do it, okay? And if you really do feel like that spell is justified, then just do your research. Consider all possible outcomes or changes that might come as a result of you casting that spell. If it's to be cast on someone else, think about why you're casting it. You know, go within yourself. Don't look at what they did to deserve the spell or the reason that you want to do the spell on them. Look at yourself. You know, what's your emotional motivation behind doing that spell? Is it jealousy? Is it hate? Is it because they caused you pain in some way? And if so, what kind of pain did they cause you? And the spell you're considering, does it justify that? You know, think about those things a little bit. So analyse your motivation behind casting the spell if you are really worried about accumulating bad karma. But even if you do accumulate bad karma because, you know, it turns out that even through all your research and all your efforts, you do the spell anyway, and it turns out it does lead to bad karma and there are consequences of that, and you experience those consequences, you have plenty of time to balance the scale and make up for that and apologise. If you can even undo that spell, you can break it, you can remove it, something else happens unforeseen that you couldn't possibly have predicted, you can do other magic to try and correct and help that, or do some healing. There is a lot of things you can do to hold your hands up and go, I fucked up, I'm sorry, I'm human, I made a mistake. You know, the universe isn't going to actively punish you. It's not a creature waiting in the corner to go, you did wrong. If you fucked up and you know you fucked up, just go, I fucked up. I'm going to correct it. I'm going to do something about this. I'm not going to sit there and wallow and cry about it. I'm going to actively do something to make this right. That's what makes you a good person. And karma will use that as a way to balance out you upon your deathbed. Personally, with me, if I have a client come back to me and say, I'm not happy with the results of that spell, this happened as a result and I didn't know that could happen, and obviously as a caster, I don't know what's going to happen because spells can be very unpredictable, I will offer to break or undo that spell for the client for free. That is just my moral compass, that's my policy on my magic and my business. I will always offer to remove it, and I will offer healing as well as compensation. I think that's all I've got to say today. So we've covered all the main fundamentals of what it is, where it comes from. We've talked a little bit about, what karma means. It's a Sanskrit word for action. We know that it's about your choices and actions in life, and that every choice and action has a equal and opposite reaction. We know those reactions are sometimes unpredictable. And we know that karma isn't some creature waiting around in the corner to punish you straight away. We know that it comes in our next lifetime, and we know that karma now is a balance, it's a scale, and that you can work on your karma over a lifetime. We also know that if you're getting bad karma in this lifetime, because of a previous lifetime, that you can go back and work on that, understand it, and gain clarity in order to grow in this lifetime, so that karma, you're balancing it and you're working through it, so it's not going to affect you anymore. So there's lots of ways to look at this, guys, but fundamentally it really comes down to, do you believe in karma? Is it part of your life? If not, then you really don't need to be asking a caster or even yourself in your magic if you're going to get bad karma as a result of a spell. Because if you don't believe in it, it's not part of your path, then it's really not a thing. So really don't worry about it, guys. I know some of you might be going, but what about backlashes? Backlashes are different, and I'm going to cover them in a different video. Now that's all I've got for you today, so thank you very much for listening to me. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and as always, give me a thumbs up and click the bell so YouTube will tell you when my next video comes out, and I will see you in my next one. Thank you for watching, take care of yourselves, blessed be.